say your prayers because sin is in. We have Robert Scott Wilson and Victoria Konefal here, coming up next.
You're tuned in to AFTERBUZZ TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Oh! What's up, AfterBuzz TV and all of you Dishin Days and Days of Our Lives fans? Welcome to AfterBuzz TV Spotlight On. We have our exclusive interview with one of the hottest ships to ever hit daytime, Robert Scott Wilson and Victoria Konefal. I am your host, Tony Moore, and I am joined by my gaggle of gals. Starting to my far left, we have...
Hi, Michael Mattes.
Hey guys, Tami Goveia.
And Mark J. Freeman.
Yeah, all right, so...
Freeman Flynn.
Yeah. So, we have so many questions. We have so many thoughts. We have so much to talk about.
Yep.
First off, the biggest question that we all want to know is, Robert, Sierra or Ciara?
Oh, man.
Potato or potato?
So much dismay. No, it's kind of it's I'm not gonna lie, it's adapted into Sierra, but it'll always be Ciara.
Yeah.
It's adapted because of everything with the story and
Christian also.
And Christian was like, oh no, it is Sierra. I was like, but look at the spelling of it and everything is Ciara.
Yeah.
But and then I had a lot of support, luckily, so I love you guys.
I
thought it was just my accent, but we got a lot of support. So
see, that's what I said.
That's what I was thinking.
We were talking about it here, and I was like, it's probably just his accent coming in, but it's all right.
Well, and Christian
Honestly,
should understand. She's from Boston.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, no, I thought she would understand. I think she understands maybe more now because we have a lot of support now. I'm not combating her. She's definitely the queen, so it's cool. No, but the way it's spelled is Ciara.
Or Sierra.
It's the romantic way to say it.
Yeah.
Ciara.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure however way you say it, somebody will come walking in.
I was gonna say, like, right?
Just
like,
saying.
who cares?
Like you say it, and there's no telling who's gonna come walking in. Trust me, someone's gonna answer to it. But for you guys, when you started, your scenes together, did you have any idea that it would take off in the way that it did?
No. We didn't even know what was going to happen with our characters in terms of the development of any kind of relationship.
Yeah.
When we read the script, for me, when I read the script, I thought serial killer, okay, they're probably going to, make it a big rescue scene. Mom comes and rescues Sierra.
Yeah.
We had no idea that it was going to develop into what it has. Yeah, it was quite a surprise to see it evolve, but the fans really, they're the whole reason why it turned.
It started with a picture. There was a promo picture of Ben rescuing Ciara.
Yeah.
And everybody blew up and was like, "We are here for it."
Yeah, we hadn't even aired yet before.
I was like, "Ooh, okay."
They were shipping us while I was still unconscious. I wasn't even awake. It was crazy.
Yeah, I had no inclination whatsoever. I didn't even ask, too much into the writers or producers of everything. I was just being there in the space, and we were doing our thing, and I didn't even put two and two together of what the potential could have been, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I've been kind of playing Ben a certain way for so long, and it was nice to finally have an opportunity to play him completely different with somebody. So it just took off. I remember, like what you said, there was one, a still image of something, it was the promo that cut, and she was sleeping. We didn't even say a word to one another, and it already started this crazy buzz. So it was amazing.
Yeah, for me, watching the scenes, I was just kind of I don't know what's happening, but I'm starting to feel things that I haven't felt in a while for this couple, and I was I'm here for this. I'm here for it. Robert, you just mentioned you've been playing Ben a certain way for a while, and then now that you're back, it's kind of we're seeing a redeeming Ben. But I feel like fans really haven't caught on to the fact that, Ben has kind of evolved from the necktie killer
There
to...
are trust issues.
Well, I
don't
think Ben has really realized at this point that he's evolved. I think he's still very much so doubtful in himself, and I think that's always going to be a piece of him for a long time. But you know, he has everybody breathing down his back and beating him up. And he's just taking the shots, you know. It's not like
the frying pans.
Yeah, the frying pans, and you know, Cassie the Private Eve attacked him, and
that was a great scene, by the way.
Yeah, it was a great
scene.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, and all that is all the due diligence of the writing team. Like, I don't think they're brushing anything underneath. They're not hiding anything. They're not making me like, you know, a twin, or he was like, I don't know. They're embracing everything that he did, and I wouldn't want it any other way. So it's like, you know, he's on this path of redemption, but he's got a lot of work to do.
Well, I forgive him.
I know, which to the point. I was skeptical at first. I was like, I don't know about this, and then after watching like 1 week of it, I was like, all right, I'm sold.
Yeah.
Like,
Thank you.
It really, because I always say when I'm not like distracted by like my phone or something when I'm watching, that's the really good stuff. And yeah, you guys' scenes like in that cabin, I was not distracted at all.
No, that's the best compliment we could get, because, you know, we all get distracted with things, so I appreciate it,
And like you said, the writers took their time with it. If they had tried to rush it, then I don't think we would have been on board.
There was a natural
really
progression.
took the time with it and just unfolded it slowly.
Because, I mean, in the beginning, I was like, yeah, Sierra girl, keep that knife real close. Because you never know when you might have to back up. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I was like, keep it real close. But then after a while, I was like, okay, you can stand to the side now. Okay, I'm here for it.
I mean, I think one of the best things about Sin is that the foundation of whatever they are is really strong, because they identify with each other in ways that not many people do. And I mean, I'm obviously not the extremes of killing people. That's a completely different realm of a situation. But they really bonded, and that whatever happens with them, they're very similar, and they know that, and they lean on each other, and they really need that in each other, and I feel like that's why they're gonna be strong no matter what.
Yeah, because watching Sierra really like go to bat and defend Ben. Yeah. Like for me, I'm like, so no one else sees what we see in Ben. Like I'm like with you. I'm like, he's changed. He washed the feet and like, you know, did all this stuff.
Well,
like,
the other thing about the other characters is none of the other characters saw that.
Exactly.
You know, so we see as the viewer, we see a different Ben now because we saw it.
Because the audience is there for it, but everyone else in Salem is still convinced that he's this monster. And that's why she's voting so hard for him, is because she saw the side of him that no one else got to see. And she, first of all, considers herself lucky that she got to see this good, reformed person. And she doesn't understand why others don't see him the way that she does. She's not, something is like, it's going right over her head. Like, she needs to be a little bit more intuitive in terms of that, just to understand where her mother is coming from. Like, hello, the way she talks to her, the way she opened the door and said, I asked you to leave. Like, excuse you? My mother would, oh my God, no, that would not fly in my house. Yeah. So I'm just saying that she needs to open her eyes a little bit more to the situation.
In their defense, though, I mean, Ben really hasn't acted that way with anybody. Like, he definitely wasn't cleaning anybody's feet before. So
this is true,
to say the least. But you know, the last time that he was kind of in a place of like vulnerability was before he took this turn. So it's been a long time, and since that was such a long time ago, and everything that superseded that was like so much higher stakes, and that's all people remember with these like savage scenes and these high energy, big, like angry scenes. Yet, you know, that's only a part of him. And if we can dial back to what he was at the beginning, you know, there was vulnerability and there was love. So it's nice to get back to that. It's just that's the first person that he was able to kind of share that with. So
and we love that Marlena is on
Team Ben.
Marlena is wonderful.
That is the only point I have.
Yes. Huge credibility.
That is, working with Deidre is like always my favorite, because we always find she always rallied for me, man. Deidre. If by any chance you might see this, my girl, I love you. She knows that.
She's a huge fan.
Like,
I think she watches.
Man, like, just not even just in the work, but afterwards, she always just rallied for me, and it helped, like, kind of push our relationship outside of it. So then, like, when it was time to work, it was always great. So
nice.
I see you, Deidre. my girl, Deidre.
So did you all meet before your initial first scenes? Did you like kind of get to know each other first, or it was like day one, got the script, got it? What's your name? Ciara? Got it. All right, so we're just gonna do it. Like, is that how?
Oh wait, I'm saying it wrong. Hang on, you're right.
Well, I know it's Victoria. Well, excuse me, y'all. I know that her name is Victoria. I'm just saying how I pictured
Putting it
the
out
first
there.
meeting in my mind.
Well, she wouldn't have said, I'm Sierra. She would have said, I'm Victoria, but I'm just
So
Maybe she's
happens
really
all the time.
method. Maybe she was just
right,
dialed in.
I mean,
It
she could be a
happens
method
all the
actor.
time.
She's like, she walks out of her dressing room and she tells people, no, refer to me as Sierra.
I would have
Like, I
been like,
don't know,
right? Oh shit, okay. All right. I was like, let me put my A game on real quick. All right. I'm Ben. nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
But what was that?
It's so weird.
Right.
Oh my god.
But what was
wow,
that?
it's so weird.
That first initial like meeting of each other like, or is it just kind of like, all right, we're here, let's do it?
I think we just met. I don't
Yeah,
really.
it was real briefly, like, because I didn't know what.
We met
if-
the day we started filming. I know that
For sure.
because we.
I remember we just went out. I just remember we introduced, each other to ourselves to each other, and we went out and we blocked it. None of us had any. We didn't have any expectations. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't ask any questions. I was just kind of starting this like reoccurring process again and seeing what they're gonna write for me and kind of feel out the waters, so to speak.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I don't know. It was just like everything kind of clicked right away. And even when we were just doing the work, I remember specifically like the crew and like Albert, our EP, like one of our producers came up. Like multiple of them were like, you guys know you guys are playing the story like that's like 8 months away right now, right? I was like, what? I was like, we were just kind of going amongst the moment, but
Yeah.
I don't know, it was weird. I don't know, it all came together quickly,
Yeah.
Nice.
which is cool.
I like that. I mean, you can really, that chemistry was oozing off the TV. I was like, what? I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
I mean,
This is great.
it was all him. It was quite easy for me. All I had to do was fall asleep and get carried into a cabin by a strong, strapping young lad. Like, easy job, easy day.
And then you just lay there. It's just kind
Yeah,
of like,
just
all right,
lay there.
With your name.
no blocking for me. I
No
just kinda
blocking,
just lay here.
nothing.
What?
Took a power nap.
Right.
Like, it's
oh,
good.
this one I'm supposed to be asleep? Got it.
Uh-huh.
I like that. So, go ahead.
We have 250 people watching live.
Holy
Just
cow.
so you guys
Hi,
know.
guys.
Listen,
Thank you so much.
we were
Thanks,
real
guys.
nervous. Y'all about to break the internet because
Yes.
Sin fans are on it.
Well, let's plug the sponsor, right?
Thank you.
Brought to you by the fabulous folks at AFTERBUZZ TV.
Exactly.
This is
So-
delicious.
So we want to watch some clips now?
Yeah.
Well, ever since Sin made their debut on air, there have been countless scenes that everybody just blows up about, and like we've already said, the chemistry is off the charts. And we asked fans yesterday on Twitter to submit their favorite clips, and within like a half an hour, we had about 500, I would say.
If that.
Like,
If
I'm
that.
exaggerating, but they came through, and
Yeah.
we had to narrow it down. We narrowed it down to 5.
Okay.
So here is fan favorite number 1.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Couldn't help overhearing what you just said. Now I get why you've been feeling so overwhelmed to put your whole life on hold. Nobody in their right mind would trust a serial killer. But you don't trust anyone. Now you're here.
I guess you can't hurt me worse than I've already been hurt.
I'll never hurt you.
Oh my
That's what I'm talking about. Like you can't help but just be like.
Oh my god.
And it's so like it's slower. It's a slower paced scene, and it's not a lot
And
of
the
dialogue.
music, the
but
music.
there's so much. There's so much. So
I mean, come on, look at that face. What are you gonna do?
Oh my god.
What are you gonna do?
When, as soon as you said that, I remember watching it and Ben saying that, and I was going, well, first time he hurts her, they're going to be using this clip.
This will be the flashback scene for sure.
The moment of Sierra going, I remember what he said.
Like I said, watching the scene, I feel like this was like the initial moment where you kind of feel like, okay, like walls are kind of slowly coming down. Is it weird to watch yourselves?
I was gonna ask that.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. No,
yeah.
We saw the clips of that, but yeah, in this space it feels weird. But thank you guys for choosing that and everything. I mean,
yeah,
it was nice.
But it just attests to like why people are falling in love with this shift. You know what I mean? Like there's so many like things just in that clip where you're just like, oh, and when you're like, I'll never hurt you, I was like,
He wasn't talking to you.
but I felt like he might not have been talking to me, but I felt
like he was talking to you.
But I felt like I was laying in bed and I was like, okay, Ben.
I give you chocolate finger kiss.
Like right in that moment, I was like, I forgive you. Necktie who? What?
You literally forget about all of that.
Yeah,
Well,
that's great. Thank you.
I was going to
Thank
say too is talking about the whole serial killer thing. There are a lot of the main characters, the people who have been on Days of Our Lives for years and years and years, who have had a horrible past and horrible beginning on the show, and
Definitely.
are now like
Redeemed.
they have statues in the Horton Town Square.
Right?
Are you trying to tell me I'm getting a statue? I haven't even hung like Christmas ornaments yet. Come on, we're just gonna jump right to the statue.
Oh, you will. And I think they should have some necktie on it. Anyway, I'm kidding.
Oh,
Wow.
Kidding.
Ooh, I like that.
That'd
I
be
like that.
shady.
I did say, and I said this to you before, that I think it says a lot, and I think the same with Victoria and coming in, playing, taking over for somebody else. You took over for somebody else. But to come in, and you don't know when you're getting the scripts where these characters are going, what's going to happen. Am I going to have a long-term career at Days of Our Lives, or am I going to be, 6 months and out the door? But for Ben to go from where he was when he first came on the show to where he is now is just like such an amazing feat, I think, for any actor. And I think the same with Sierra. Sierra was around, the character was there, but I just think the place that you've taken it to, both of you, is just like, shut it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Shut it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
I think, and I do think, like, I'm watching, and there, I haven't been here for a while, so I fast forward through some stuff. There are definitely times I stop, and this is definitely
the
times
stoppable
that I
moment.
stop to go,
Thank you.
I need to see what's happening here.
Right.
I need to see where they're going. Mostly to see you yell at your mother, but because I have issues.
Man.
But but way to go, keep doing it,
Yes,
because I think you
absolutely.
both have a huge success.
And
Thank you.
I know for you, Rob, you were the second Ben initially, but it was such a smooth transition. But I also remember seeing you, and I was like, "Oh, who that?" And they were like, "Ben." I was like, "Why do they keep calling him Ben? That don't look like the Ben from that. Ben who? Is this like another?" And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Was that your first recast experience?
Oh,
Well,
man.
I mean, we've had a few, but sometimes it just happens, and this was one that just happened.
Yeah.
And I was already familiar with you as the model on Price is Right, and I was like, okay, look.
You were
at
on
him.
All My Children before too, right?
Yeah.
4 days, yeah.
And I was like, look at him moving up, but who that? And they was like, and I was
Well,
like,
you know what? They don't do it like they used to do in the old days, where it's like the part of Ben Weston
love
when
that
played
shit.
by
Yeah.
Robert Stowell. So
Yeah.
they don't do
I
that
missed
anymore. They
I
just
missed
Yeah,
that.
you just come in and someone does the scene, and then they go Ben, and but
they go upstairs, they're one. They come downstairs,
That's it.
they're another.
there's somebody
That's
else.
it.
Reach into the fridge.
You go
come out, somebody else.
You go upstairs. You're 5. You come down. You 22.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's
That's
it.
how
That's
daytime
so
works.
sorry.
Oh, that is exactly how it works. Because the only time I ever had a scene with Sierra back in the day, she was about 8 years old. So I don't even like this. Is just that just makes it awkward. That just makes it awkward.
Shout out to little Lauren Bowles. Oh, we liked her. She was so cute.
Oh, yeah,
She
she was the
was so
sweetest.
sweet.
She was so sweet.
I was
Sassy
like, listen, you get your lines, hun, because
Yeah.
she was like, what's my line? Got it. Da-na-na-na-na-na. And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yes, you
Oh,
got
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right,
All
next
right.
clip.
Next
Clip
clip.
number 2, fan favorite number 2.
Roll tape.
Oh, I remember this one.
You're just hallucinating because you can't get your meds.
Mm-hmm.
Clyde is not real. He
is
is
horrible.
just in your head.
And she is good.
Oh my God.
He is so good.
Yes.
I don't know what's real anymore.
Me. I'm real. It's just you and me in this room together.
Hold it close, though, girl.
Take my hand, Ben.
Keep it close.
You can feel it because it's real. Clyde can't say that because he's not.
It's a trick. Don't you fall for it.
And please just trust me. Please.
This was the moment.
Yeah.
This is what
One of someone,
solidified
yeah.
them. This is
See?
it.
It's just you and me.
And me.
Tony, you're ruining the vibe.
Is here.
And he's gone.
Oh, that's some good soap.
Yeah.
That's
That's
great soap
soap
right
right
there.
there.
Sudsy soap.
That's
Good
sudsy.
soap.
That's it.
That's a bubble bath. Let's go. Okay. That's a bubble bath.
So insane.
For you all, like, how is it like playing those scenes? Like, you know, because it's just you, the intensity, and everything. Like, how is it for you to really like be authentic and be in those moments?
I mean, it's different every day. You have your off days when you go on set, and that's totally fine. But usually, I just kind of get so lost in the moment that I forget what's going on. Like, I get so immersed into the story and into Sierra and you know, Ben, and I forget. I just do it. I don't know. I don't even.
That's
I
like,
don't
yeah,
really think about it.
she's being modest because that's a really hard thing to do, and she's really good at it. But that's the whole goal, is to kind of get lost in it and forget what happened and get into that place. Because when you first read it, you know, it's a lot. Then it goes on. You know, there's been a lot of situations with Ben where I read it, I'm like,
Yeah.
I got my work cut off me that day. But then,
Yeah.
like, those are really the moments I cherish and I love. And the fact that James is in my ear behind me, he's
my
so damn
God.
good.
Yeah.
And like to see him come into the scene, like, and step away and then come right back and he just puts on his mask and just does his work. He's so good. You know, he just makes it easier being, you know, you're as good as the people you're in the scenes with. And, you know, between the contrast of the two of them, it just put me in a place. And
you guys usually only have like a take to like get it right.
We try to get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they really put a magnifying glass on us, which I really appreciate. But yeah, you know, that's the world we live in, is that it's really fast paced, and even with big scenes like this and big momentous things, like we hope we can catch as much lightning in a bottle as we can, and you know, I think it did justice.
Oh yeah, y'all got a whole thunderstorm in a bottle, just wreaking havoc everywhere, just doing it. What do you do to get into the mindset for like a scene like this? Because you know, you going in, I know it's a lot of pressure. You have that one take, you got to get it, you got to get your lines, you got to have the where do you take yourself in order to really prepare for this type of intense scene?
I mean,
is there music involved? Is there meditation?
Music is always involved. I
Yeah.
mean, music has incredible power to put you in a space, and I always utilize that as much as possible. But sometimes it doesn't really work out. You can't really play your music while you're on set. I remember, though, I was playing music during the cabin scenes, remember? And I was showing you a new Eminem song, and I was like, listen to this, oh my God. And I was just putting it on repeat. And then they called a 10-minute break right when we were in the middle of doing something amazing. Of course, they were like, all right, that's a 10-minute break, everyone. And we're there like crying and so in the moment. We're like, what?
And then you just hear it.
Broke our hearts, are you kidding?
And then you just hear it over the mic, and just crushes the whole moment. And then we're just like,
Our hearts
we've been here a
drop.
million times. It's not the first or the last time it's gonna happen, but it's still kind of a little shot to the system.
Yeah.
But,
Oh,
yeah. No, like what you said, I'm a big music person too. Like mood music. My taste is like eclectic with stuff like that. But for me, like even stepping away at this point, coming back into that space of Ben, because he's done some I've had some crazy moments with him where you know, it's kind of out of body experiences. So it was just kind of getting back into that place, which is really what I love as an actor. It's like almost therapy, man.
Yeah.
You know, I really do enjoy that. I guess it's kind of crazy, but I really love doing those things.
Yeah.
I respect actors that do it well, so it's always been like kind of a goal of mine to just, you know, do scenes like that justice. You know, that's all. Despite the genre.
Well, we have more.
Oh, okay.
We have
So
another
let's see
poignant
another one.
moment in
Oh,
the
geez.
Sin history.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that lighting.
I know.
We're both here, just trying to escape our past and start fresh. But the difference of it is, that you were a victim. You didn't do anything wrong. You have nothing to atone for.
But it doesn't matter, does it? I'm still damaged goods.
No, I don't see it that way. I'm gonna finish making dinner.
Thank you. A man that can cook.
Get a man that can do it all.
Yeah.
Get a man that can cook.
Okay,
And
that
she
knife.
puts the knife
It's
down.
the food.
Yeah.
Food is the key
Yeah.
to
You
a
knew what you was
woman's
doing.
heart. Listen,
That's it.
listen. That's
That's all you
true.
gotta do.
Yeah.
I agree. I concur with Sierra.
Yeah.
Make me dinner. Fucking knife's going down. Next
It's
time.
like
That's
it's like at first you like, oh, you got dinner? Well, what we eating? Yeah.
Okay.
It's, oh.
Pancakes,
Okay, okay.
pancakes
Look at that
and
look.
waffles.
Look at
Look-
that.
I know,
Oh.
right?
That's
Oof.
That's
What a
very-
That's a
look.
look.
That's
You-
a great
That's
moment.
Damn.
That's a
That
look.
is a moment.
That's a look
All
of.
that internal
Okay.
stuff.
I
Yeah.
can't even.
Yeah.
This is one of those days where
Ooh,
I watch
man.
myself and I'm
It's
like,
getting hot. Hey, put the air on. Oh, eesh.
All right, let's
Come on.
see another clip.
There's also been some lighthearted moments with
Oh,
you two,
oh,
some of which you'll see right
God.
now.
Oh, this was my favorite.
this is my least favorite.
This is my favorite. This is my favorite. We needed these moments, man. It's,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
We
because,
did.
like,
No,
I-
no. I
okay.
love it for
Yeah.
the story, just personally.
Thank
Not
you
quite.
for rescuing me off the side of the road. So,
Oh man.
Come on. You don't have to.
Oh my God, Ben.
That still surprised me.
Oh my God.
Oh my god. Ow! Ow! Oh my god. Oh my god, Ben, are you okay? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to kick you. It was just a reflex. I'm so sorry.
I'm so
I'm so
sorry.
sorry. Oh my god.
I'm so sorry.
But clock the arch in the foot, like toes pointed, like yes.
Yeah. She used to take dance class when she was
Yeah.
younger. Darling.
Exactly. Now, when this episode
Oh my
aired,
god, I was crying. I was laughing so hard.
it was.
Oh my
but
God.
that week, I said, I wonder if Victoria saw the script and was like, pedicure
Yeah.
ASAP.
Yes.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew
Yes, it was a big deal. It was a big deal.
Because I was like, now listen, like Victoria's like one of those girls, like everything is gonna be set, and she's like,
Exactly.
oh, my feet are gonna be
No,
exposed.
but
Not on
yes.
today. Yes.
Not today.
I told the pedicurist, I said, there's going to be 3 HD cameras pointed at my foot. Please.
Make
So-
it good.
Make it
Make
perfect.
it good.
She
Make
did
it
this.
good.
She said, all right.
Bring out the
You
handsaw
got the,
like.
you got the paraffin wax, all that. It was like an hour later. She's like, all right, let's go for the next foot. But lighthearted moments are always great. What was that kick like? First of all,
I love stuff like. I mean, it's rare we get those. Like now, like they're peppered in time to time. But I mean, you know, with the the genre.
Oh,
Yeah, that's my
Speaking
my
of-
favorite. Cereal scene's my
Oh,
favorite.
is that next?
Speaking
Yeah.
of-
But yeah, no,
Speaking
those are my
of-
favorite. Those are my
That's what I
favorite.
thought.
That was like our first one, so that's always
Yeah.
my favorite.
Speaking of cereal, we have the clip.
Yeah. Good call. Good call.
yeah.
Roll number 5.
Yeah, so now that Ben is homeless, Sierra figured why not invite him to stay here?
Temporarily.
Yeah, no problem, right? Except she didn't bother to ask either of her roommates if they had any problem living with
Don't
a
say it. Please don't
serial
say it.
killer.
Oh my god, you're not being fair.
I'm sorry, no fair. I can be fair, okay? Majority
like
rules,
he's
right?
watching a
So
movie.
why don't the three of us put it to a vote?
got
That way, if Claire doesn't want Ben staying here, which why the hell would she?
Claire, please. Ben does not deserve to be punished for something he didn't do. Okay, I mean, even your grandma is convinced that he didn't set the fire. And you kind of owe him, you know, for what?
Yeah, for what?
She hit him over the head with a frying pan. Yeah, and he could have pressed charges, but he didn't.
Yes, that counts. That Ben has the good sense not to try to get someone arrested for acting on self-defense.
It wasn't self-defense.
You know what? I'm done with this, okay? You're wasting your time. There is no way that Claire is going along with this.
You deserve an Emmy just for that. For not saying anything.
Honestly, those are my favorite scenes.
Was
Those are my favorite
was
scenes.
that intentional? Like, were you just kind of like, okay, I'm just going to sit here and I'm just going to eat? Like, what was the thought process?
Well, I think that those are like the most inner spaces for me because like I don't have to say anything, so I can do all my work with just like what it should be, which is just internalized, and like we just work in a space where there's so much, it's so dialogue heavy that we lose focus on those moments where you don't have to say anything. You don't have to say anything, just say less. Like. And this was just nice because it was funny. It was like, and it played against everything. And I was like, they might say something to me because they're like, Rob, what are you doing? Like, but they didn't. They just, they liked it.
So it wasn't directed or in the script that you were like reacting that way. That was a choice.
No. I was sitting there eating cereal. I was like, is this a play on anything? Like, is this a play on anything? And not to mention, Ben hasn't had like snacks in a long time. Like,
He's hungry.
He was enjoying himself.
Like I honestly, I was like, no, this is give him some light moments. Like, please, God, like. He's in such a dark place all the time. It's nice to just have like a nice light moment. But
my favorite in all of this is when Tripp is like a serial killer, and your face is like, I beg your pardon.
Excuse me.
Like, excuse me. Is that to me? Like this whole scene had us cracking up. In fact, that's how Tami started our week that week. We had a box of Apple Jacks.
Really?
And she was just like crunching it, and I was like, it has to go into play.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Sweet.
My favorite from the cereal montage is when he holds it in his mouth and doesn't do anything with it. He just like smiles with it. It wasn't there, but it was the scene afterwards.
Now, a lot of people kind of see this triangle that's happening with Sierra, Tripp, and Ben, and way before we had this montage. This was pre-you. This montage of how Sierra kind of explained how she was like, she should go for the good guy, but she always liked the guy with like an edge and things like that. Is that kind of what you think the mindset of Sierra is right now? Like there's something about Ben that maybe she hasn't recognized, but she's familiar with Tripp.
Yeah, I mean, when I was given direction, that term was used a lot, but I like to just see it as Sierra's not even looking at him as the bad guy or the good guy. She's just seeing him as a guy that she cares about and a guy that she's willing to stick her neck out to protect. So it's like he did her this incredible favor, which was save her life and take care of her and do all these incredible things, and she just sees him as that person. She doesn't see him as the bad person. She's not. She doesn't see herself as being torn in between. She has no idea that as far as she's concerned, she's in love with Tripp. Tripp, they have a beautiful relationship. She has no idea. Yeah. She doesn't see what the audience sees. She doesn't see what everyone else sees. She's trying to fight it with everything she can because she's already involved with someone else.
Yeah. And what's now that we have been in the mix of Tripp and Claire, like living in the loft, like what's the dynamic between you all, like when you're on set and you have scenes with each other?
It's the best for me because it's all my favorite people. Like I love Lucas to death. I love Olivia. I like Rob. Like I love working with everyone. A day on set with the three of them is the best day of the week, probably. And like we're all just, our dynamics are really similar in that we're professional, but we also like to let loose and have fun right up until we perform. So we joke around. We'll joke around about the dialogue. We'll say it in accents. Olivia and I exchange the Russian accents a lot, or what she thinks is a Russian accent. You guys need to have her on the show and have her show you all of her accents, like her Cockney is all like. I love you, girl.
Olivia,
but like,
if you're
I need to coach you.
When you come on the show, Olivia, it's going to be accents with Olivia. That's going to be the segment.
It's a good segment. Sorry, I set that up for you.
like it.
No, I like it.
She's gonna kill me.
So now we have a ton of fan questions, and we thought that instead of us like presenting them, we have a nice little bowl that's down there by you guys. If you want to grab that, give it a shake, and then just pick one and then read it out and answer it. We may not have time for all of them, but we'll get through quite a few, and then we'll hopefully open the lines up to take a few phone calls as well.
I just saw the
What's that
first
one?
part.
This
I don't know
one,
what.
okay.
Rob, do you follow college football like you do NFL? If so, conference/team? Question mark.
Oh, you know what? It's a good question because I am very passionate about my sports. But growing up where I grew up, I don't follow college football as much as a lot of my close friends out here. I didn't. It's just we grew up in New England and in Boston. We have like a pro, like the way we are. We're just very much into like our major leagues. But I respect and I do enjoy watching because I know how hard they work, and I do love college football, but I don't follow it as much as I do like NFL. But yeah.
That's a great question.
That's a good question.
And perfect timing for the start of the college.
Yes.
Anybody see I hope everybody watch Brady and the boys.
The Pats game today?
Brady
Oh
and the
my
boys take care of
God.
business. 1-0. We're going to start things off on the right foot.
Right.
On the right foot. Okay.
All right,
I'll
next
pick
one.
All right.
We got.
Each are going to pick each other's questions.
What is something you haven't done but want to?
Ooh, I have a good answer to that, and I'm also gonna do it on September 29th.
Okay.
Skydiving. Yeah. My mom got me skydiving for my birthday 2 years ago, and just never made the appointment. She forgot. And she hit me up last week. She called me and she was like, "Hey, honey, so what are you doing at the end of September? Let's skydive." Randomly, out of nowhere.
Oh, so your mom's going with you?
Well, my brother's going with me.
Yeah.
She got it for him as well, so we're gonna do it, and she's
Good.
gonna stay on the ground.
That's awesome.
She's gonna take a video, watch my mom, say hi, kids.
That is awesome.
Listen,
Watch us just come down
I would
on
be with
top.
the mama. I'd be like, all right, y'all have fun.
I'd be there with mom too.
Right,
100%.
Listen.
Eating cereal, watching them fall from the sky. I want nothing to do with that. I don't have a single desire.
The closest thing I'm gonna get to skydive is the indoor skydive at City Walk.
Yeah. That's cute. That's cute.
That's it. Yeah, very
Just
contained.
be like one of those flying squirrels.
Exactly.
The next day of days, you can do that.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good idea. We should all do that.
We should all
Can
do.
NBC do that for us? Can we like?
I'm with
You guys
it.
got the pull at Universal. What can we do?
Okay,
I'm with it.
so
I'm with it.
day of days, we're gonna meet each other and do indoor skydiving.
Done.
Yeah.
Done. All right.
I'm there.
That'll be like my birthday present. Because usually day of this is like on my birthday or like the day
Really?
before. Yeah, it's always my birthday's November 9th, and it's usually
wow.
like in that period of
Right.
time.
That
So
we don't forget, because I'll show this clip.
pull it.
Oh, stop.
Don't remind me. He wants to go too.
Speaking of
like, I
pulling,
wanna go
let's
too.
have another question.
Okay.
There's some good
Can
ones
I-
in there.
I know.
Can we bring the
She's like, can we just bring the pet in? Like the pup in?
I got it. I got
You got
it.
that one?
Rob.
Oh no. Rob.
Rob.
What?
Boxers, briefs,
Yes.
or
course.
commando. Bam.
And mic drop.
I guess it's depending. Yeah, I'm a boxer brief guy actually. I'm a
Okay,
slash.
Tony.
I'm a boxer
Tony
brief
called
guy.
it.
Yeah.
Boxer briefs.
I
Boxer
like it.
briefs.
Yeah.
It's comfort.
Yeah.
Place.
It's comfort, but with security and
Yeah.
flexibility
And length.
and
And a little bit of
that's
length.
right.
Yeah.
Right. Because Lord knows we gotta breathe. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, exactly.
We need to breathe.
Exactly. Yeah. All right.
Mom, I hope you're not watching this shit. Oh God. Please, Mom,
blushing.
don't watch me. Yeah, my
Who's listening to the podcast? He's blushing.
Oh God.
Now that we got through that question,
Wow, of course. Out of all of these, I want you to see how many of these.
There's so many
There's so many.
Of course, Vic.
It's
Of
like
course.
it's like it floated up.
Yeah.
It was like,
Came
this
right
one.
to me, right
Yeah.
You guys put a thing. Oh, all right, good. Here we are. Victoria, do you think Hope is trying to control Sierra's life?
Yes. I think that.
That would be it.
Final
in
answer.
a way, I mean, she's her mother, and
Yeah.
that's her youngest child, the baby. That's her last daughter, so of course she's trying to hold on to her as much as she can, and rightfully so. She has every right to protect her daughter from
Yeah.
the situation that she's in, because realistically, yes, it's a soap. Yes, Sin is amazing. We ship it. We love it. But like, come on.
Yeah.
Like the actual reality of the situation is quite drastic, and that is what Hope is seeing.
Yeah.
So I'm not quite mad at her. Everyone's
Mama
mad
Bear.
at her recently. Everyone's upset, and I'm like, but she's just doing her job.
Yep.
That's what mamas do.
I mean, I have to
That's
admit,
what I
I'm
would
a-
do.
Yep.
I'm
Like,
a little
it's not gonna change.
upset. I'm a little upset only because she throws her power around because she was like, all right.
That is true.
She was like, if you
That is
leave, case closed.
Yeah.
You didn't
she's
leave.
just-
She said, oh, case open.
She's
I
just
love
being
it.
a
I love it.
badass,
I love
though.
it. The
She's
writers
just
did that.
using her power to
Yeah.
get what she wants. I mean,
And next week, I don't know what she got
According
on
to the clip,
According to the clip, I don't know what she got on Ben, but she said, you under arrest. We found new evidence. I'm like, what evidence did they find? And automatically I blamed it on Kristen. I was like, Kristen. She did it.
She's too busy locking people in freezers.
Well, this is true. And
Yeah,
Julie's
everybody's
too
got
busy.
dirt on them.
Yeah.
Everybody's got dirt.
Somebody, including Maxine's son, is still trying to make that happen. Yep. All right, let's do another question. These are fun.
Yeah, I like them.
And I like that we had
I'm so
nothing
glad
to
we
do
got
with
the
these.
hard one out of the way.
Yeah.
Easy.
We already answered this
Which
question. How did you two first meet, and what were your first impressions of each other before filming?
Let's go to another one then.
Okay.
We're just making it rain out here.
Covered it.
If you two weren't in the acting field, what is something else you would love to do? I love this question. I would probably do something in law. My mom is in law. She's a paralegal. I always helped her do little things in her law office growing up, like notarize papers or run around court and, finalize divorces and amazing stuff like that. Finalizing divorces. Either that or medicine. I like helping people, and I'm not squeamish. Blood doesn't make me freak out. I always thought it'd be really cool to cut a human body open and see what's on the inside. Not in a weird. Okay. Not in a weird, morbid way. Just in a scientific, what do we look like on the inside?
So we couldn't use like a frog. You got to use a human body.
I've done it with a frog.
That just doesn't do the same.
Medicine,
Doesn't do the
I wanted
justice.
to help people. Hey, surgery is important. Being a surgeon is a great
Amen.
thing.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
It's a great thing.
I'm here for it.
I'm with you.
Law or medicine? Final answer.
Kind of in the similar. Like if I was a bit more studious, like my heart wasn't in it like that, but I always found an attraction like really like hotshot lawyers. I was also like kind of a law person. Like I just like the banter and like the wit and like how much it takes to go into that. But I'm not as studious.
To argue.
Yeah, I just like the debate. I like the debate. I like opinionated people. I feel like there's passion there, and I feel like with really successful lawyers, there's a lot of passion there. Despite who they're repping or whatever it is, they find something and they find what like works for them, and
It's
that's
fun to
kind of where I'm
think
at.
quickly, like to be quick on your feet. And
Yeah,
like,
I think there's a power in that, and I think you carry that through your life. I mean, regardless of what you do. So yeah.
Yeah. We'll do a couple of more questions, and then we'll open the phone lines for you guys to call in and actually talk to Rob and Victoria.
Okay. Victoria, boxers, briefs, no. If you could,
Commando.
Amen. Aye, soldier. All right. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Oh my God. They asked me this in my pageant. I'm gonna say flying is always really cool. I would also like to have underwater superpowers like Super Mermaid, so that I can just go explore. Also the power to teleport. That was my answer when I answered.
Oh, teleport's good.
Yeah. Teleportation. That's
like
dope
teleport.
because then you could go anywhere in the world, wherever you want. I could just close my eyes and be in Poland. I could be in Australia, wherever I want to go. Fiji, like helping people. That'll like all of the above.
Marry a flight attendant.
I'm just keep talking.
It's close enough. It's a close thing to transport.
You know, I would only want underwater like superpowers just so I can recreate the scene from The Little Mermaid part of your world. That's the only reason why I would want.
You just spoke to my soul.
I would want the long red hair, and I want it
Yep,
flowing around
you
and,
spoke
like,
directly to my soul right there.
Yep.
I think we have a good Halloween costume for you this year.
Exactly. Exactly.
I like it. I like it. All right, let's do one more.
Okay.
Tony, do you want to read out the number?
Make sure you guys call in 424-253-0749, 424-253-0749, 424-253-0749.
Oh no, that was the most evil laugh. Well, come on, why are you hitting me with these switches right now?
I'm gonna answer this question too. Okay, who would you rather have lunch with, Belichick or Brady?
Get the. Of course you would. Of course. I mean, Brady's my man crush Monday too, but.
Brady, I just want to see him.
But yeah, I need. Oh, that's so difficult. No, I'm gonna say Brady, but just know that I need the genius of Belichick. But I feel like it would be a really quiet lunch.
Right.
If I sat with Belichick.
yeah.
So I need a little more. I need to like get a little bit
Yeah.
more from him. So I'm gonna go Brady, 100%.
However, if I'm going out, I want Gronkowski there, because that guy's.
Exactly. Yeah, we need some Gronk energy.
If you guys are listening, please come through to Los Angeles.
Oh, okay. We'll take it.
Caller.
Our first caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV Spotlight On with Robert Scott Wilson and Victoria Konefal. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, Tony. This is Starstruck.
Say your name again?
Say it again.
This is Paul and Keith with Starstruck.
Oh, my gosh. Hey, you made it through. Hey, y'all. First of all, we've been plugging y'all's events like every week. So if you guys have not heard us like say it, y'all need to make sure you look it up and go because I haven't been yet, but I'm coming. I'm coming one day, I promise.
Boston. Let's go.
Boston.
We're coming to
You guys
Boston.
are more than welcome to come in November because we're doing a day before the Day of Days things again. So you all.
We'll be there. Go ahead.
I'm calling first of all because Keith and I are both also here for the Summer of Sin. And I just want to say hello to Victoria. I'm looking forward to meeting you. You are absolutely beautiful.
Thank you so
and
much.
I cannot wait to meet you. And
Likewise.
I also wanted to put a shout out there to the fellow next to her because he's going to be somewhere at the end of the month, and I was wondering if maybe he could tell us where he might be.
Look at that! You better plug.
You better plug. Because where are you going to be, Rob? We're going to be in Boston with Starstruck fan events, and I hope you guys come out because it's my home city, and it's a great time to be on the East Coast, and I'm so excited, and I hope you all can come. I hope you all line up and call these guys, book these tickets, tell me you need the extras, the VIPs, the extra tequila at the end, whatever you got to do. Come with your Brady jerseys, your Red Sox stuff, and if you're from New York, still do it. And that's it.
So gracious.
And that's it. And that's it.
Nice.
Awesome. It's going to be a really fun event. Like I've heard nothing but good things about
you guys. You
have.
know, I got so much love for you guys because I've done a few fan events, and I only work with like people I really enjoy just as humans, regardless. But you guys always really take great care of us and the rest of the cast. So thank you guys for doing that.
Yeah.
Thank you for being part of the journey. We appreciate it.
Of course, man. Of course.
Well, thank you, Paul and Keith.
All right, thank you. We'll talk to you.
Yeah, we'll talk soon.
Have a good one.
Bye. And make sure you guys look that up, starstruckfanevents.com. What is it, Michael?
Starstruckfanevents.com.
And if you're watching, make sure you give us a call right now. Phone lines are still open, 424-253-0749. Again, that's 424-253-0749. Now, I know one question that fans want to know is when is the Sin City tour supposedly happening?
Well, that'll be in discussion. I mean, I know I was talking to Paul and Keith a little bit. They had asked about it, and I know they're great guys that could do a really, really good job with it. So if, maybe if there's any interest, maybe we'll do a little Sin City tour and we'll make something happen.
We got that question quite a few times, and so I'm pretty sure there's some interest in that. So, yeah, get up on that.
And the slogan is "Burning down a town near you."
Exactly.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm with that.
Hello, caller. You are on live. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Spotlight On. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Fatima, and I'm calling from Denver, Colorado.
Hey.
Yes, I am at Bishop 707. I get to meet JJ, but I was so mad I did not get to see Sierra and
Ben.
So they're my favorite new gig.
Thank you.
And I even put a question that I think went through because I was asking Sierra, do you feel like Hope is telling you, trying to rule your life?
Trying to ruin my life. I don't think she's trying to ruin Sierra's life. I think she's just trying to protect her and be a good mom.
Yeah, and that's what I say, but he need to give Ben a break.
Yeah.
I love you. You're my new favorite person in Denver.
Who knows?
Hey, who knows?
Well, thank you so much for calling in, and make sure you tune in next week because Sin City is about to get real hot in Salem next week.
Hey, we didn't get to meet you, so when we do the Sin City
you know
tour.
What? I'm at work, and I just set up my time just to watch this show.
Thank you.
Wonderful job.
Hey, listen,
you make everybody's life easy, and it's funny, and everything. Keep doing what you're doing. Okay?
Awesome. Thank you for that. Thank you.
She's the best.
my God.
She's the best.
Bye. Have a great day.
You're the best.
See, look.
I'm so sorry we didn't get to meet you. Please come
That's-
see us again. I love her. I love her.
I'm so mad because I have to run from work just to see you. I've been watching Days of Our Life for 30 years. I was born being little Sierra Alice Brady.
Can I tell you how much I love your accent right now?
The accent is amazing.
Oh man.
Just keep talking. I'm here.
And then Denver, Colorado.
You know what? Maybe next time. Who knows?
Yeah.
I can follow you on one of your city you going. So
that's what I'm saying.
You never know.
Listen, next time if we do this Sin City type thing, I want you there, and we'll make sure we'll give you without any VIP packages. You're gonna be VIP no matter what.
Yeah.
That's right, 100%.
Ben, I am the big. I always just like. Give me a break. All my comments is just like, oh, come on. You deserve something, and you are so wonderful at the you're doing, and you two are a wonderful duo.
Thank you.
Just keep it up. Good luck with your future. I know you guys gonna be very, very far.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for calling in.
So much. Thank you.
Drop the mic.
I wish we had a budget to like fly her here.
Right.
Fly her as a guest.
Yeah, we ain't got no budget.
Do we have a Dishin Days budget?
Nope.
No, we're gonna get one now.
You know what? You know what the budget went to?
I spent it all on pizza rolls.
On pizza rolls. The first year, pizza rolls.
Another caller.
Hello, caller. You're on live on AfterBuzz TV. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, my name is Alex, and I'm from Virginia.
Hey, Alex
Hi,
from Virginia.
Alex.
You're on live with Rob and Victoria. What's your question or comment?
Hello, Rob and Victoria.
Hey.
Thanks to both of you. Let's see. So I was kind of wondering how you guys feel about like your storyline really resonating with a lot of like real life stuff that's happening in the like with about like stories about police corruption or about vilifying mental illness for violent events. Like there's a lot. I feel like there's a lot of resonance that could be happening with like your storyline. Do you feel like it's important, or in what you're doing?
Wow.
What a great question. Yeah, I mean, Sierra's character personally is going through sexual assault, and that is something that is so prevalent in today's society. I think it's so important. I've had young girls reach out to me on Twitter and thank me and tell me that they've gone through similar things, and I always wanted to be a part of a project that did that, but to actually have that kind of impact on people and to help people, to have someone say that your performance helped me in some way, shape, or form. Your performance helped me get over a demon that I've been battling. That's just the most unspeakable feeling. It's all I could ever hope for, and I do think it's important. Days of Our Lives, the writers are so great in doing that and writing in police brutality and writing in real life problems that we deal with that aren't talked about and that might be too pretty for soap operas, but we figure out how to incorporate it, and I'm really proud of the show we're on, and I'm so proud of the storylines all around.
Mainly just touching on the mental illness. I can't do so much about the police brutality thing because Ben deserves a lot of police brutality. He's done some really bad shit, but the mental illness side of it, I really made it my own from the beginning, and it's been my own journey, and I was kind of selfish with it because I really wanted to just embody as much of it as I possibly could, and I did a lot of research on it. But now where we are with it, to see how people kind of reacted to it, mainly the stuff we just watched, like the stuff in the cabins and everything with the medication, and it's a touchy subject and it's a dark subject, and it's if you gotta kind of tell that tale, you gotta kind of go to the dark places, and it made me respect it a lot more, and to see the outreach of fans talk about it afterwards is just like really one of the best compliments ever, because it's walking on like it's a tough subject, and people kind of keep it on the back burner, and it's kind of looked at a certain way. So to have it embraced and taken on with the fans to the point where they're like rooting for this person now, I think it just shines a nice light on it, and it brings it into like a new place, which that's the best compliment we could get. So yeah.
Awesome. That was a really great question. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah. You're welcome.
All right.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you for calling.
You.
All right, y'all, that's it. That's all the time.
Oh, wow.
So much more.
I do want to say before we head out.
The dogs are like,
What's going on?
I know, buddy.
Before we head out, there was one clip that we didn't show and we should have, and that was when Rob walked out of the bathroom with and just the towel. Yeah, listen.
But luckily, there's no more time for that.
There's no more time for that. But yeah, I mean, I think I speak for most people when we say we should see more of that. I mean,
listen, I work really, really hard not to be shirtless on this show all the time, because there was a time where that was pretty much my shtick. I had to dig myself out of that place. But
and we're here.
I understand the place I work at, and I am ready to go when I need to be shirtless. But at the same time, I like what they've been doing for me and for a long time, and I respect what they're writing for me. They know how hard I work my ass off. So you know.
Well,
all in due time, Tony. Yeah. I will be once again towel in the fucking place.
I'm waiting for the towel drop. When you have a towel drop,
I said that for twice.
With the towel drop?
The towel drop. You got to have a towel drop. You know. There you go. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we hope that you'll come back again and again. Just as this story progresses, like we're watching it, we're here for it. You guys are killing it in your roles, and we can't wait to see what happens.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Before we head out, Michael Mattes, let the folks know where they can find and stalk you.
If I was worth stalking, ML Mattes1 on Twitter and ML Mattes on Instagram.
And you can find me on Twitter at Tami Goveia and Insta and Facebook, Tami Goveia Official.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Lorraine Love, LORAYNE, and I'm waiting for the Ben and Sierra spinoff.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
And Rob, where can they find those shirtless photos of you?
Oh, just Boxer Brief Bobby at AOL.com. Follow me on Instagram. It's just my full name, Robert Scott Wilson.
Boxer Brief Bobby.
Quick, somebody get
Don't hit me with it. Don't ask me to get witty. I'll get witty.
The Instagram.
The coffee kicked in, guys. The coffee kicked in. When he's ready.
And Victoria, where can they see you killing it on all these photos?
You can see me killing it at Victoria Konefal on all platforms.
It's fierce.
Instagram and Twitter.
It's fierce.
It's really good.
It's fierce.
It's my name. It's me.
And of course, you guys can find us on Dishin Days on Instagram and Facebook, and _Dishin Days on Twitter. The ad is implied. And you can find Lil Ol' Me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony or my website, loungingwithtony.com. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you, Robert and Victoria.
Thank you, guys.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.